All right, first things first, I want to give a shout out to all my brothers and sisters on the USS Carl Vinson. Getting home in just a few days after 6 months overseas, serving our great nation. So, welcome home, guys. So, I watched the movie Drive a couple of months ago, and what I remember about it, I was pretty unimpressed. I was expecting, a movie called Drive, you're expecting like all these chase scenes and races and all the, running from the cops and explosions and all these things. And there wasn't much of that in the movie. I remember Ryan Gosling like peeling out of a couple of parking lots here and there. Not a whole lot of big crazy races that I remember. You wind up with this protagonist who he's just a zombie, just like slow walking from scene to scene without any emotion whatsoever. And then it turns out he's also got this huge violent streak, and he's just a criminal. And like I don't know, I have a hard time with protagonists that you don't like. Like I really want to like the protagonist, and you can't help it sometimes. That's just the way movies are made. But in this case, I never really liked him. Like I just felt like he was, I don't know, just kind of this vapid, evil, dark character that I'm supposed to really care about, and I never got there. In addition, I feel like Ryan Gosling is a pretty good actor. Ever since Fracture, I've been wanting to see like what he could do. I feel like he's probably got some pretty serious acting chops. I kind of thought maybe this would be the movie that like he got to show off some of that, and I didn't really get that impression. I mean, like he just walked, like I said, walked from scene to scene, just like emotionless, just cold. I felt like any actor in Hollywood could have done the role, and probably some of them could have brought more depth to it. I felt like he was just too cold, too. He wasn't even acting in my mind. He was just walking and looking at stuff with a blank face and not even saying anything most of the time. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna rewatch the movie and see if maybe if I get a different impression, or maybe I'll like it better. Maybe I was in a bad mood that day. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm gonna pick back up after the movie. All right. So I just finished the movie. I gotta change my tune, man. I loved it this time. I don't know. I think the biggest difference was last time I was going into it expecting like an action flick, and it's probably more drama than it is action. And Man, this time I really loved it. I felt like the acting was just about perfect. The directing was just fantastic. I loved all the little things that they left out. Like the phone call from the lawyer. You don't hear what that is until afterward. The robbery itself, you never see inside the pawn shop. Um, there are the couple scenes where Ryan Gosling is carrying Benicio to bed, and I feel like there's a lot of emotion in the picking up of the child before carrying, and they left that out and they left that to the imagination, and I thought that actually made it cooler. There were a couple other things like that, they left out that you didn't actually see it happen, but I almost feel like it was more effective that way. Um, I said before that I thought that a lot of other actors could have done it better. I take that back. I don't think that anybody could have brought much more depth to that character. I think he did an awesome job with his little dialogue as he had, um, and he's got this kind of quiet, understated, like non-threatening voice, and then it turns out that he can be pretty scary sometimes, and pretty great. The only thing, the very end of the movie, I'm not exactly sure what's happening there. I don't know if he's leaving the town, leaving, I guess, LA, right? I don't know if he's leaving town or if he's just going to drive until he dies, or not real sure what's going on there. But I don't know. Pretty freaking great movie. So I take back what I said before. Yeah, I totally recommend this movie to anybody. Just don't go into it expecting an action flick. There are some parts that are a little bit slow, but overall, freaking really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I rewatched it.